Not only would I recommend Practical CSM for other CS leaders, I look forward to continuing to work with you in the future. I have been in customer success for 20 years. I do a lot of coaching, best practices. And so actually, when I started, I wasn't sure if we needed an external certification or how could I grow my team, because that's what I do as a leader. But I really, as I learned more about the program, I really appreciated the structure and the ability to go into more depth than I can, that you as a professional coaching practical CSM, that's your job. And you have the time and the whole structure and methodology to take my team to a level that I can't, even as I may be a leader and a practitioner in this space. And I really valued the approach, the methodology, and also, to be honest, the difficulty, the rigor, the requirements to accomplish the level 4 certification are really remarkable. And the CSMs who've completed that not only are more knowledgeable about how to do their jobs and serve their customers, but they're proud of it. That's something that they can take with them going forward in their future, both here in serving e2open's customers and also in their future careers in customer success. For me, it was the examples of business outcomes of how to think about the value that our customers get. For better or worse, sometimes the day job of a CSM can be more operational, or dealing with a frustrated customer, or you're chasing down a support issue. And some of that you have to do. But as I coach the CSMs to focus on really digging in and enabling our customers to get more value, the Practical CSM course shares the why we do that, how to do that, actual playbooks. So it's not just that they're learning about conceptually how to do outcomes, but they see how to make it work for their customers. I'm delighted that there are some great options in the marketplace that there hadn't been in the past. One of the things, as I mentioned before, the rigor, both the structure of the methodology. I think that there are a lot of video courses that are digestible and manageable when the CSMs can take them is really valuable to me. That there sometimes, when CSMs are very busy with QBRs or different things that they have in the moment, that they could choose the right timing when to take the courses and even complete the certification. But in particular, the rigor around the certification at the level 4 is really remarkable. The structure you have to not just be able to say, yeah, I've been a CSM for a while, I can do this, I'm sure I can just go take. No, that they actually need to understand and come to a certain level of really deep understanding about the why and the best practices of customer success, not just obvious, easy answers because they've been doing it, but really how can we take CS to the next level? And that's what your certification tests for. Practical CSM has been great to deal with, both in the sales purchasing process, understanding options for our team, and then going forward, making sure that we're getting the value out of the solutions. Rick, and you and your team have made it easy for me. There are dashboards in the system where I can go and see how different of my team members are performing, but also when we would meet periodically, you all would share that, take the time with my team to be able to answer any questions, help them understand how to do well with the solution. It truly has been a pleasure for me to work with you and your team. It was very easy for us to be able to set up the team to be able to access the system, to be able to use the videos, to go back and watch and see what they needed. The system's really easy. And there are different ways. Obviously, the CSMs who are completing the certification follow a particular order or process. But to be able to go back, let's say that they want to leverage or see a module that they had learned about in the past, the searchability or the find functions really make it easy too, not just in the structured chapter by chapter methodology, but to be able to go back on it and search on a particular concept has also been very easy for them to use. To me, it's been truly to be great to work with you. It's been great to work with Rick and the extended team at Practical CSM. Very approachable always, and also you genuinely want us to be getting value out of the solution, as the best CS practitioners do, and that's what we found in working with you and your team. It has been a success for our team. In particular, again, the structure and methodology around the best practices in customer success, and then how to use them as they grow. We ended up selecting a subset of our CSMs to begin the Practical CSM curriculum, and just the interest and enthusiasm from those who are taking it and learning, the others who are ready for their turn next. It was our approach that we wanted to do this in a phased way because some of our CSMs are newer to the company. And so we have them join our company, be a CSM for at least 6 months here. So they're learning about our customers and our solutions. And then when they have the opportunity to take the Practical CSM course, that they would be able to better understand how to apply those. And so our next segment of CSMs are really excited to take that on. Some of it's because of what they've heard from other CSMs on the team. Yes, not only would I recommend Practical CSM for other CS leaders, I look forward to continuing to work with you in the future. And why? As I said, even as a CS leader who's been in the space, who I truly believe in all of the messaging around the value, the return on CS that it brings to an organization. I don't personally have the time to be able to work with all of the CSMs individually and coach them on those concepts. And while I have a ton of books, including yours, it's different to take the time in these digestible modules to learn, and then how do I apply them to my customers? And the time of a course like this is invaluable for those CSMs. And for me to know that it's not just something that I'm coaching them on, but they have spent the time to understand it through this structure, makes them stronger CSMs, makes us better for our customers.
CSM, practical training program, this has been extremely helpful. And, it has enabled our CSM team at e2open to look at their roles from a 360-degree view. So the way we manage our accounts and the customers, all the phases which are described in the CSM practical program are extremely relevant. So, we talk about preparation, commitment, onboarding, adoption, or value realization, or the engagement evaluation. And with this course, now CSMs are in better position to apply that knowledge and the framework during their ongoing engagement with all the internal and external stakeholders. So very relevant. One of the things that worked really well for us, and I would probably say that as one of the best practice for the managers and the leaders, is to have periodic team meetings. And that's what we did, which helped us to review the progress, identify any needs or challenges that the team might be facing. So we were constantly setting up goals and target dates for each module completion. This really helped us to be more aligned, have a little bit of a competition running amongst ourselves, and work together to achieve that goal. So because we had team members from different industry and work backgrounds, and hence some took more time compared to others to absorb all the knowledge. But these team meetings with focus group sessions and knowledge sharing, that helped them to make constant progress. We have received great feedback, Rick, from all the participants and on all fronts, be it the course content, be it the user-friendly UI access that they got, be it the guidance provided for each sessions by the instructors, and especially around the offline study materials and the quality of the video and audio used as part of the training program. Because, our team members are spread across the globe. So that really helped us to, the feedback that we received for this particular program was just amazing. There's definitely a change that we are observing. And as I said, our team members come from different industry and work backgrounds. So they knew these concepts in pieces, but overall, the team members have started leveraging the newly acquired CS knowledge from this course, and they have been sharing the best practices with each other. So the course has helped them not only in their engagement with our customers, which is important, but also with their interactions with all the internal stakeholders, setting up right expectations, defining the right owners, educating them on what CS role entails, and especially with the leadership and management, what additional value we can bring to our company. It was an important factor. I know that, when we were evaluating different vendors, this was one of the key features that we were looking for. And as I said, our team is spread across the globe. And this feature actually helped our team members to be constantly engaged throughout their preparation. So, and as I said, we have got great feedback around the video and audio quality that is used for each of the sessions. And that has been a key factor in ensuring that our team members make constant progress and have it as a successful completion of the course. I would rate it 10 on 10. Experience has been great, and not just for me, but all the feedback that we have received from the team members. The course content is very well structured, and the guidance and the instructors' instructions that we receive or provided for each module, that really helped a lot. The overall user interface access, that is extremely user-friendly and helps you manage your progress, gives all the visibility on the course content. With each module, one of the key factors and one of the feature that the team liked was the offline workbooks and the study materials that were provided, because a lot of the preparations were done in an offline mode. So not only there is a significant value, obviously, in the overall certification of this program, but also the knowledge that we gain throughout the course and how we leverage that during our day-to-day interactions with our customers.
For me, overall, it's been, especially when you're very busy, it's been really positive. It's been really useful. I find it really insightful and logical. Most importantly, I find it really relevant to my role in working in enterprise SaaS environment. I find that the structure of it from beginning to end is very relevant to the role that I do, even though a lot of my time is spent maybe in one end or another, onboarding or improving for incumbents. And I find the fact that it's been really refreshing to be able to do that and be able to dip in and out of it and go back to those elements where it's relevant. And I've just found the way it works just really works well for me. And when you're trying to balance a workload and learning and development.
It's been a fantastic experience for me. I've been in the customer success role for quite a number of years now. I probably would have been called something else in my erstwhile world, but coming to be known as a CSM and doing the task that a CSM does, this book and course has helped me so much. I can't tell you, because there's so much to learn from the book. CSMs think that we know everything, but we don't. And I think it's always great to increase your knowledge, and having the book right with me when I'm doing my day-to-day jobs is such a big motivation and incentive for me, because I know I don't have to go to somebody. I have something in my hand, or the videos that I have, that I can actually look it up. So overall, my experience has been very good. It's been very enlightening, and I love referring it to it in my day-to-day life, Rick. It couldn't get easier than this. The course describes to you in detail what you need to do. There are introductions. The videos are very short. Yeah, this I have to mention. The best part I liked about it, that the videos are so short and sweet, and they register in your mind right away. They're not like long and lengthy videos that we do normally for trainings, hours and hours. It's shorter clips which make me resonate more and be able to absorb it. So I really found it very, very, very easy.
Navigation's fine. It's really simple. I like the fact that you can check your progress throughout. You know what's coming. You know where you're going to go. And I found the fact that, not only the navigation of it, I just found the link and the cleanliness of how to link what you're doing on Swim with a supporting book as well, and it being bite-sized. Super useful, because not many people have 4 hours to sit and go through things. It's good to be able to, and it's very logical. It's easy to, and it's short, bite size, which is great for maximizing learning. Somebody who has often come into clients when they're already incumbents, to go back through that process of onboarding and I found the framework brilliant. I found the framework really brilliant. It's very easy to go back to certain sections depending on what you're working on if you ever need to refresh. So I found that wonderful.
I loved it. It was as if I am seeing real life examples in front of me. So as I said earlier, it was quite short and sweet. So that actually helped me to retain more information in my memory and be able to put it in practice. So really enjoyable. I think that's the highlight of the whole course. It doesn't feel as if it's inundating and it's a big heavy load on your shoulders. It's very easy to navigate. I couldn't say more, I'm like, how can I give something, I can give 1,000 out of 100, that's the way I felt about it. It's relevant for me in my job, because my job as a CSM with my company is very, I would say, very important for myself, for my company, and the customer. So I picked up a lot of good points from the book, which I had taken for sort of granted, or I never thought about it in my day-to-day life. But just reading about that information makes me feel that it has so much value, and the customers actually like some of the changes that I shared with them after reading the book, right? So as for example, like my monthly health check or some regular cadence meetings, I modified it a little bit so that I could go with the format, the template, and the templates that the book describes. And it really made a good change for my customers. They loved it.
Highly relevant. I think different organizations and different size and scale of solutions, it's a very hard thing to try and encompass that all together and bring it into one framework. And what I like about this is you can interpret this and bring it into your day job. And there's real world exercises and examples that you can use. And as a team, it's really good when you're working as a team and there's peers doing the same thing. And a lot of us talk to each other and work with each other from time to time on insights. So yeah, it's very good in that respect. It was because the layout, the screen layout is very logical. It's just, we working in IT, it's, you kind of know this, but it was very logical to track and follow. And one thing is motivation is not constant, right? So to try and do learning and development when you've got an end goal that seems 1,000 miles away is, I think it's detrimental occasionally, depending on the person you are. Personally, I'm more of a bite-sized L&D kind of person. So not being able to see the finish line is painful. Whereas there are tests throughout, and you can see where you are going. And I like the fact that you get certification achievements throughout, and you're not waiting to get to one at the end of the process.
The shorter tests after every module is very comprehensive, and it gives information as to where you are, how much you scored. There are chances to retake the test if we need to. So very, very, very clear and concise. I liked our check-ins. Rick, you took the effort to join us and have regular cadence meetings with us. And, it's like a motivation. It's like a group motivation for me. Like, okay, my friend is here and I'm here. So in a healthy way. So it helped to motivate me that you took personal care to join our meetings and help coach us and guide us forward. Your team was phenomenal. If I sent any query to the team, I was responded to immediately. So I really appreciate that one-to-one touch that I got from the program.
I really like the framework. I found it very useful. And, even as a seasoned CSM or seasoned person working, there's always more to learn. And so I feel it's very, very easy to jump across those different areas and still get the same value across the whole piece. Yeah, I do. We're all very busy. Everyone has very busy roles and responsibilities day to day. And I think it's a really healthy exercise to be able to go back and look at those and mark yourself. And I found, like I said earlier, I do a lot of more work with incumbent, right? I love onboarding, but just as it happens that most of the time I am spent further down that process. So for me to go back and refresh about onboarding and all of the associated parts of it, and things that you do every day, there's a lot of things about meeting, content, preparation, those kinds of things. And it's very easy when you're very familiar with your organization and your solution to be able to just, go and do it. And with your clients, you know them on a human level. And it's very useful to go back and actually do a self-audit of that. And make sure that you are optimizing every single second of time that people have with you, because their time is money, especially when you're dealing with higher up.
Absolutely. It definitely is very, very good for CSMs to learn, because as I said at the beginning, CSMs think we know everything or it's part of our lives. But the points that are available in this book add so much more value to what we do on a day-to-day basis. I think it's very, very, very important for all CSMs to try and read the course, join the course, and make our own careers. Like it talks about our own professional development, and I think that's a very important point in the book. So for our own professional development, your Practical CSM course is one of the best. I think it's one of the top.